got to spend a minute on Fani Willis. Speaking of paying in cash and corruption, got to talk about Fani. So it's amazing because you point out accurately that a presidential pardon doesn't save you from state cases. And on back to the Trump cases, if Trump wins, he can pull the feds off of those 2 federal cases on him and make them go away before there's any trial. He can just put an end to them. But that doesn't take care of the New York case, which he's been convicted in, and it doesn't take care of the Georgia case. Now, I don't think that Trump is going to get jail time in the New York case. Others do. Others do think he might, because this judge has been so rabidly partisan. It's tough to put it by him. But that leaves us with Georgia. And Phil and I were texting earlier today. Georgia's kind of done. It's done for now.
Yeah.
Ashley Merchant stopped Georgia in its tracks. It remains stopped because the Georgia appellate court took up the issue of whether Fani and Nathan both should have been mandatorily disqualified, and nothing really is happening in the case while that appeal is pending. So tell us what the appellate panel that they drew to hear this case looks like, Phil, and how you like the chances of a reversal given these judges.
They're conservative judges. I mean, our judges are technically nonpartisan, but they are all conservative. They were appointed by Republican governors. One of them even by current Governor Kemp. But one of these guys comes from I think all of them, but some of them more than others come from very, very red parts of the state. So from you looking at it just from the political lens, I got to think Fani Willis is probably not liking this panel, but I think the defense that's raising these claims, I do think they like the panel. They've got to get 2 of the 3 to reverse Judge McAfee. And if that happens, let's say Fani is removed from the case, and let's say the case is not dismissed, there's nobody else reasonably going to be able to take up this case and run with it, because they would have to go back and do all this work over again to remove the odor of mendacity, so to speak, and to clean up the mess that Fani Willis has made. So if she is removed, I think that's effectively the end of this case. If she's not removed by the Court of Appeals, then the defense gets to ask the Georgia Supreme Court to take another stab at getting her removed. So this case is, at best, it's going to be mired down in this appeal for months and months and months, and it's probably going to be dying on the vine the entire time. So I don't think
how
much
many
is going to
judges
happen.
on that appellate court that they're going to next? How many?
It's
judges?
like 20. It's like 25, but there's only 3 in this panel. So it's just a panel of 3. That's the way it's divided. Now they can ask for what's called a rehearing before the whole court, before there's something to the Supreme Court. But needless to say, I think that. To me, I think the appeal is looking very strong from the defense side. I think that it's very likely they're going to rule that she's disqualified, if nothing else, for the out-of-court statements that she made where she's slimed the defendants and their lawyers. That's just absolutely unethical, and that's enough, I think, to get her disqualified, notwithstanding the affair. But I think Georgia, one way or another, is dying on the vine.
I agree with you. Viva, you were shaking your head yes when I said some lawyers think this judge will give Trump jail time. Are you one of them?
I think it's more likely than it was before. I mean, I keep making the joke that they found another Rubicon to cross and they keep upping the levels of the insanity. They didn't go through a 6-week trial so the judge could issue a $5,000 fine against Trump. I mean, it's going to have to be more than $500. I don't know what the statutory limit of any fine Merchant can impose is, but they're going to try to do something punitive, but not sufficiently egregious that it gets overturned on appeal. I'm not convinced anymore.
How about suspended sentence?
Well, maybe like, or I don't know, something nominal, something symbolic. So they could say not only is he a convicted felon, but he went to jail or he had to go to jail for a day. I don't know, but there seems to be no limit to the insanity. And also just to go back to the idea of Biden pardoning Hunter, or if he loses. I said this before, and it's only a question of how it's going to come to be. I don't think Biden's going to be on the ticket. And so my longer play here is thinking, is this what we call the deep state or the administrative state? Is this the powers that be lining it up so that Biden is either removed, has to be removed, or some other force intervenes?
Grand Canyon University, a private Christian university in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, believes in equal opportunity and that the American dream starts with purpose. Change the world for good by putting others before yourself. Whether your pursuit involves a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree, GCU's online, on-campus, and hybrid learning environments are designed to help you achieve your unique academic, personal, and professional goals. With over 330 academic programs as of September, GCU meets you where you are and provides a path to help you fulfill your dreams. The pursuit to serve others is yours. Let it flourish. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.